I'm Ron Robinson, and I'm founder and lead developer of PROCINCT.
PROCINCT is an online application. That means you can get it right in your web browser. It's an online application that allows you to print your walk list to go out and walk your precinct for getting out the vote. One of the nice things about PROCINCT is since people only tend to walk one street at a time, you can just print out 1 or 2 or 3 streets at a time. Very few people walk an entire precinct in one day. So you don't have to print out an entire precinct and use up all your ink in one day just to walk one precinct. Now, PROCINCT also has mobile functions that you can use right on your phone. You can call from your mobile phone, you can call voters, you can walk voters, and you can also do fulfillment functions. So if somebody wants a yard sign, you can actually go on your mobile phone and find voters who need fulfillment, such as yard signs or candidate literature or something like that. Let's take a quick look at PROCINCT in just a moment. But before we go in and take a look at PROCINCT and see the actual screenshots, I want to tell you about a couple of other things that PROCINCT does that are really going to help your precinct operation. Number one, there's a task delegation system built in, so precinct captains can delegate tasks to precinct workers. Number two, there's a pledge system built right in, and the pledges that you solicit and collect on go to your treasury, not ours. We don't take a cut, we don't take a percentage. Pledges are collected through PayPal, so all you have to do is plug in your PayPal identification email address, which is the same email address that you use when you log in to PROCINCT. Every district can plug in their own PayPal email address in order to collect their pledges. When one of your precinct workers is out walking the precincts, they can just ask for a pledge, write that pledge down. When they get back to their home or their office, they can simply type in the amount of the pledge for that voter. That voter will be sent an email with a customized link in it for the amount that they pledged and thanking them by name for their pledge, with a link to go fulfill that link and pay that pledge at PayPal, and of course the money goes into your account. So now let's go take a look at the actual PayPal screens, and you'll get an idea of exactly how PROCINCT can work for you. Okay, let's take a look at how we use PROCINCT on the screen. I just logged in, and so what I'm looking at now is the district and precinct news for my California AD 49 where I work. You'll see that we have news items here, and then we also have PROCINCT news items here. We use the same channel to release PROCINCT announcements. Over here we have tasks that have been delegated to me by other members of the team. I can also log something to my work diary. For instance, if I go to a meeting that's not on the internet and I have 100 brochures, I could head in right here, click log it, and it goes into my work log, so that when people upstream from me are looking at my work reports, they can tell that I've been doing some work that wasn't necessarily on the internet. In order to delegate something to somebody, you would go down here to Precinct Control. You would click here to type in the task that you want delegated. If there's a deadline, type that in, delegate it to somebody on the list, and click the delegate button. Whoever you delegated the task to, it will appear right here. Now let's get to the meat of what PROCINCT's about. Let's go get a voter list. Most of us aren't going to walk our entire precinct in one day. So the way I recommend that you use PROCINCT is to simply type in the street name of the street you want to use. Now we're going to close these side windows when we get a voters list because we'll need it to see everything that we've done here. And tomorrow I'm going to walk Cordova. So I'm just going to type in the street name Cordova, and I'm going to click search. And usually it's a pretty fast search. Here we go. There's the 42 voters that we have on Cordova. And as you can see, it is barcoded. Now one of the nice things is if I go into edit a given voter, we have a pledge system built in. And you'll see that right here I can type in the amount of a pledge. Then if I click the Save Voter Info, the pledge will be saved. That voter will be sent an email so that they can simply fulfill that pledge electronically by going to PayPal, and that pledge goes into your treasury, your local treasury. You set the PayPal address down here on district control. You set the PayPal address right there. We're going to take a look at the mobile application. I've just logged in using the same login and password that I use from my desktop. And as you can see here, the main menu of the mobile application has three choices. You can either call voters. Let's say Joe, activist, is riding the bus home and he wants to call voters. He can go in and call voters from his mobile phone, and that's one nice function that's provided. You can also walk a precinct by district. When you go into that screen, I'm not going in to call precinct voters, because as soon as I pull a phone number up, it's marked not to be called again. And I don't want to have to go through and unmark all the work that we've done. So we're not going to go into that screen. When you go into Walk Precinct District, you type in the street name that you're on, and it will give you the list of voters that you want to go visit on that street. I'm going to go into Voter Needs Fulfillment. So if you have a worker out in the field who's doing things like delivering yard signs, delivering candidate literature, he can use this from his mobile phone. Of course, he should not be navigating on the mobile phone while he's driving. He should always do this while the driver's stopped. And I don't know why it's not picking up the fact that I'm pressing on voter fulfillment there. There we go. There we're in a screen that's listing a couple of errands we need to run. When your worker is out in the field for each of these items that need fulfilled, such as a yard sign or what have you, there is a map link. Your field worker can click on the map link and get a Google map. To show him just exactly where he needs to go. Now again, your driver, your field worker should not be using this in the field. They should not be they shouldn't be using it in the field. They should not be using this while they're driving. They should be stopped when they're using this screen. So there you have it. PROCINCT is an exciting online application for Get Out the Vote that we think is going to help a lot of activists like you this year and far into the future. To sign up for PROCINCT, all you need to do is go to procinct.net, scroll to the bottom of the page, and fill out the 4 blanks for the Join dialog.
The FEC, the FTC, FCC, the EPA,